Introducing the Rowenta Collecto. Yes, the only vacuum cleaner specifically designed for collectors. The Rowenta Collecto. Hello everyone and welcome to another vacuum cleaner unboxing and another impulse buy. I wasn't looking for the Rowenta Collecto. In fact, before I saw it on eBay, I didn't even know that the Rowenta Collecto existed. But I saw it, I thought that looks a bit different. I might buy that and show my viewers. So I did. It was on a buy it now, I think it was £30-something. There's only one trouble with this Rowenta Collecto. It is brand new and unused, but it doesn't have any of the cleaning tools. So what I did before I bought it, I went online and found that I could buy a hose for it, and I believe it takes 32mm tools. So I just bought a hose and I can couple it with Henry tools or something. But anyway, let's have a look. It's rather unusual, a bit different, and possibly you won't have seen one before. As I say, I've never seen one before. It's got quite a unique feature. It's a 10-litre dry capacity, 20-litre wet, because yes, it's a wet and dry 1200 watt motor, made in France, I believe. I haven't shown many Rowentas on my channel. They're not really a big brand. I think I've only ever shown one other Rowenta, and again it was another wet and dry, and one that I managed to get, and one I remembered from my childhood. So let's have a look. Hopefully it survived the trip to my house. Oh, well, sort of. Ooh. Oh, it's got that smell. I haven't smelt that smell for a while. And do you remember there was a time when I was buying new old stock vacuum cleaners and I used to say, this has come from the farmyard, it smells of the farmyard. Well, this one also has that whiff about it. Must be something about storing products for a long period. It just take on a funny odour. That's the lid of the Rowenta Collecto. Well, it says 1300 watts on this. It said 1200 on the box. Collecto wet dry 1300 watt max. Automatic. Oh yes, that's a point. It's got automatic cable rewind. Pretty unusual for wet and dry vacuum. Right. Oh. Come on. There is a handle. Oh, that's falling off. Oh dear. Here it is. And oh dear, what's this? Ooh. Oh, I think I can see. Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully there's another one. Right. Looks like something's been in this box, nibbling away. Okay then. Let's have a closer look at this rather unusual wet and dry vacuum. I haven't got the instruction book with this Rowenta Collecto, but I did a bit of research online after I bought it and found the online instruction book. I also found that Rowenta produced a 3-in-1 cleaner in this design, but with a carpet shampooing facility, and obviously I expect it was a pump operated one. It looked like a pump operated with the fishtail type shampoo nozzle. So all I've got for my money is the basic cleaner. That's where you put the hose, and hopefully the hose I bought will fit. It said it was for this model and various other Rowentas, so hopefully it will fit here. Looking at it, obviously this is totally new to me, and as I said, probably to you as well. We've got automatic cord rewind. Now, I'm not sure of the date of this machine. If you know when this was in the shops, let me know in the comments. It has a micro mark plug on it. I don't know if this was put on by the seller to check it worked, or it came with this plug. I'm not sure. This could be pre the era of plugs. Is it 90, 94 possibly, or 90? I can't remember when it was. It's somewhere in the early 90s anyway. Early to mid 90s. They had to put plugs on appliances. Also notice, it's quite a nice smooth action. It's not all scrapey, pulling out the cord. It's very unusual, isn't it, to have a wet and dry with automatic cord rewind. Of course, the Vax Luna that I showed you on my channel, a little bit more stylish looking than this. This is very boxy, but that had auto cord rewind. It's also got tool storage, I notice, similar to the storage Henrys have, isn't it? So you can put the tools there. There's a space on the back, space for 3 tools. It's also got a parking bracket. So I've looked at pictures, and this came with a silver coloured hose, 2 plastic wands, a pretty standard carpet and floor nozzle, and I expect some other small tools. So I'll be able to replicate them. I might not get the genuine exact ones, but I'll get something that will be suitable. It is quite heavy. It is bulky, but yeah, it's heavy as well. But I suppose it's pretty stable, you know. I don't think that's going to tip over. Also on the back, and again, I've only just noticed, well, let's just check the old cord rewind first, see if that works properly. Now the cord rewind button's at the front. Wow, that's good. Nice smooth action. We like a smooth action on this channel. So at the front here, we can see a big on-off switch, and a moth has just fluttered by. I suspect that's come out of the box. That doesn't feel too good. I might be having to fiddle with that because that doesn't seem right, folks. But anyway, that's the on-off switch. That's the cable rewind. Again, that doesn't feel too good either. Works though. But we can see also some blanking pieces. So that clearly means that there was another switch here of this shape. That's possibly the switch for the pump in the shampoo version. Possibly here was a light to indicate the pump was on. And I'm not sure what this would have been. I don't know if it would have been a bag check indicator. A piston style indicator might have been here on the more deluxe model. And we've got Rowenta branding there printed on the recovery tank. Underneath, we've got 2 large wheels at the back, 2 casters at the front. There is wear on these wheels, and there was a bit of wear on the casters, but I think possibly this has been a shop display model and they've lost the tools. That happened a lot in shops. You see a lot of vacuums for sale without the tools because they've been on display and the tools have got lost or thrown out. And when I worked in an electrical shop, I can imagine that happened. So yeah, that's the base. It's all very sturdy, the plastic that this is made of. Let's have a quick look at the rating sticker. This is Rowenta model RU630, 230 volts, 50 to 60 hertz, 1100 watts CEI, 1300 watt max, made in France. This is the carry handle for the Rowenta Collecto. We're missing a little bit of a cap here. That's what I found loose in the box. So I put the loose one on this side. Unfortunately, there wasn't another one. I don't know if that's on properly. This particular handle reminds me of my recycling food caddy that we have. In one position it's locked and in another position it opens. So I think in this front position, is that locked or open? I think it's locked. Yes, it is. So if we want to lock it shut, keep it shut, we have the handle in the front. It's also locked when the handle is in the upright position. When you want to take the lid off for emptying, then it goes like that. And then you've got this handle here to remove the lid. Do we have a date wheel? Oh, we do. We do have a date wheel, folks. We may get to the end of this mystery when this is from. 1999. This part is from anyway. October 1999. This particular part was manufactured. So here's the inside of the Collecto. I did say the capacity, didn't I? I've forgotten what it was, but anyway. So this is, use it as a wet cleaner, basically like this. There is a sponge filter over this float valve. I'm sure the float valve will be located inside that. It does take bags, and I have found bags online. I haven't got any bags yet, so I will order some bags for this. When I've got all the tools together, I'll do a demo of this machine, but I need to get the bags, etc. So yeah, I could still use it as a wet cleaner. Now, what I thought was interesting about this machine, apart from the automatic cord rewind, is the way it empties, because it is quite big. So you might think, oh, you've got to carry the whole unit to the outside drain or your sink and then sort of pick it up and lift it off, and it's quite heavy. But no, quite ingeniously, we have a clip here and a same clip at the other side, and the bucket comes off. It comes off the motor unit, making it much easier. So you don't even have to take the lid off, I suppose. Hang on. So you can use the machine. You could pick up all your liquid waste, your washing machine's overflowed, or you're using it to suck out the water of your chest freezer you're defrosting. So when it's full, and if it gets full, of course, the float valve will raise and cut the suction off. So when it's full, you simply unclip and take it to be emptied. So that is very ingenious. I just thought it was a very clever idea. So now we have the motor unit separate, and here, of course, behind this filter, there's the motor. We can take that off. Just behind there, there'll be the motor. So I just thought that was clever. These little bits. I don't know. I think something has been living in the box, wherever this has been. Put this back. This little grill needs to go back on. That's it. And one final thing to show you, another quite useful feature. I've just put out a video of that electric air duster, which I am finding very useful. But judging by this hole here, it looks like the Rowenta Collecto also blows as well as sucks. There's a filter as well. So we've got quite thin, but we've got at least a double layer exhaust filter. That's more of a diffuser than a filter, but it's not perished. So it's made of a material that seems more robust than a lot of them. And then we've got this fine microfilter. I doubt I can buy filters for this now, but it wouldn't be too difficult to use that as a template and cut round, say, a Miele air clean filter, something like that. Can't remember which way. Oh yes, it was the white way was, I think, facing outwards as far as I remember. I think it was the white first, that's right, because when I looked through, I saw the white through the hole. Right, that's the way. So, an exhaust filter there. It's a very interesting machine. Well, it is interesting, but is it going to work? Because if I can get that to click in place, it's not going. The switch seems a little dodgy to me. Are you going to, that's it, right. Let's pop the container back, lock it into place, pull out the cord. Not sure whether this is going to be on or off when I plug it in. We'll soon find out. Is that it? Right. I can't pull it out anymore, so I'll just let it in a little bit. That's it. Okay. Move you over there. Don't blow up on me. Don't shoot out flames. Okie dokie, folks. Let's have a look. Is it going to go? Well, yes, it works. It's not too noisy. And the switch is fine, I think. It's just a sort of switch that feels... It doesn't have a sort of positive click or anything. It's just... Right. I'm going to go and fetch the hose that I bought. I think it arrived a couple of days ago. In fact, yeah, I think it arrived the same day I got the cleaner, which was useful. So it's just over there. I'll just go and fetch it. So this is the hose I bought. I don't think it's genuine, but it is supposed to fit this model. So let's see. Yes, perfect fit. It's just a push fit. Oh, and that's come out as well. Oh, that is very similar actually to the Rowenta wet and dry I showed you. The cream and brown 80s model that I had when I was a youth, or well, no, actually I was still a child actually, yes. Yeah, so that does come out, because once you put that hose in, it is pretty well in there. I mean, you can twist it to get it out. To make sure I've got that in correctly. Yeah. Switch on again. Now, unfortunately, I can't do a suction test because I've mislaid my very expensive suction gauge that I had to import from the US of A. I have a feeling it's at my mum's house. I'm hoping it is. I thought it was in my box of filth that I left at my mum's house the last time I was there, but when I opened my box of filth, my demo dirt, it wasn't in there. So hopefully it's in a drawer somewhere at my mum's. Hopefully my mum hasn't found it and binned it, because it was pretty expensive. Is that going to fit there? I don't know. Hang on. Looks a bit small. No, look, doesn't fit. Doesn't fit out the blowing outlet. I have a feeling it might have needed a blowing adapter. I'll have to check the instruction book online, because that might be the case. Yeah, I wonder if we can remove the float valve. I mean, this sponge filter comes off for washing. Oh, it's also starting to split because I've the silly boy. Ah, that explains it. Yes, this has been nibbled at. That explains it. I think I've seen these filters online, so it's going to need a new sponge filter. I've also seen pleated cartridge filters, but they don't look to be that shape. But no, they don't have to be, do they? Because if you look at the bottom is round, and the pleated cartridge filters I've seen that are supposed to be for this model are round. So, but the base of this is round, so it will fit over this. So I will get a pleated cartridge filter. We can see inside, it's hard to show you, but there is the float valve. Can you just about see it? Very hard to get the that's white. Yeah, you just saw it then, look. So that's what pops up, but that doesn't... Yeah, I wonder if the top comes off. You'd think it would. Oh yes, it does. Top comes off. That piece, make sure I put it in the correct way. That piece comes off, and then we can get out the float itself. So that's good, it all comes apart. If that gets manky with anything, at least you can take it all apart and rinse it out. So there's that, and then that went on, didn't it? Oh dear, I don't know if it went in a specific way. It probably did. That seems fine. Then the top goes on. This would have been great. I would have loved to have got the 3-in-1 version of this. But as I said, I had no idea this particular vacuum existed until a few days ago when I saw it on eBay, and I wasn't looking. It just popped up, and you know, sometimes things just pop up and you just think, yeah, that's a bit different, I'll have that. But yeah, as I said, I did a bit of research first before I bought it, because if there was no chance of getting a hose for this, it would have been pretty useless as a vacuum. So I'll do further research, folks, and I'll show you this again once I've sorted out bags, filters and some other tools. I might get a wet pickup squeegee tool. That'd be good. Now, seeing that this is grey, I'm going to have to look for grey plastic tubes. I think I've got some in stock, but they're black. Black would be okay, I suppose, because it's got a black end on the hose. So just made a video of another vacuum with 32mm tools, and I've got them here, so let's just have a look. So this floor nozzle and wands, they're the same as you get with the Charles wet and dry. I think the James pneumatic. So if this fits in here, hopefully it will. Yes, it does. So they are definitely 32mm. So I can easily get a set of 32mm tools to fit this rather unusual Rowenta Collecto. If you have any comments or questions, if you can tell me a bit more about this cleaner, please comment below, and I'll see you all very soon for the next video. Bye for now.